The GTA 6 extended gameplay look is finally out, and it gave us a lot of very interesting information. And currently, the fan base is absolutely split. There are a lot of people who are currently saying, it looked good, it's fun, it looks decent. And then there's a lot of people who are also saying, they are slightly disappointed. It's just not what they expected. And I honestly think it's better than the leaks initially showed it to be. But at the same time, it is definitely true that this is not exactly a next generation game. And this is definitely going to be disappointing for a lot of people. People expected GTA 6 to be the next really big thing. The graphical fidelity turned up to 11. And, you know, a lot of things like that. But it's clearly not going to be that. In fact, it definitely seems that there is a lot of merit to the people who initially said that this does not really look like GTA 6. It looks more like GTA 5.5. And judging by everything that we saw, it definitely looks like that one girl from the Vice City nightclub is probably graphically the most fidel thing that we currently have. And I honestly like that. But other than her, well, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of comparisons that people are currently showing. For example, this was from 2023, the initial trailer. And in that time, a lot of people called it out, including myself, for being fake. Because you can very clearly see that every single glass surface reflection is reflecting the whole world. And this is how it actually is going to look like. And it's not even close. It's not even close to what we saw. And pretty much when we're talking about any of these comparisons between the first initial trailers and what we actually have currently seen from the gameplay, it is kind of, well, it's not exactly night and day, but it's clearly a downgrade. And this is something that a lot of people don't like. Now, granted, for me, GTA 6 is always going to be decided by the writing and whatnot, which we're not going to be talking about in this video. The next one. We have Lucille, which also has brought in a lot of discussions, mostly about writing, but I have to say, the amount of graphical fidelity put in Lucille is kind of questionable. She doesn't necessarily look bad, but she doesn't necessarily look good. She, you know, this is not exactly a Concord situation, but it's clear that they went for that Anya Taylor-Joy type of unconventional attractiveness. For example, Lucille mostly looks like she's a plank, for example, in a lot of situations. Here it's a bit different, but still. And this is what you expect kind of from the graphics. GTA 6 reportedly runs at 30 FPS. Also, this is pretty much confirmed. And the important thing about this is, that's on PS5, not Xbox. PlayStation 5 is more superior in terms of hardware to Xbox. That is just a fact. So, the fact that this game kind of runs mostly on 30 FPS, somewhere it does look like it's going to be 40 FPS. We're going to get into that. We're going to look at the gameplay, actual gameplay footage. This is just so you know. PlayStation is currently by far the best place to play GTA 6. And the fact that this is going to run on like 30, 40-ish FPS there is kind of a big red flag, honestly, for Xbox users. And yeah, it's kind of disappointing that it's locked on, pretty much going to be locked in on 30 FPS. Then we have what everyone is talking about. People are losing their minds about the car chase stuff. And honestly, when I saw this, I was not impressed. I'm one of the people who was not impressed, in fact, by this. And I found this tweet, which kind of summarizes how I feel, a little bit at least. I played enough GTA 5 to know this is fully scripted and the cop car will always do that no matter where you shoot. Yes. Yes. Now, if you haven't seen this, we can watch it. This is the cop chase. It is very likely that no matter what happens, this is going to happen with the cop cars. As you can see, I mean, the moment you analyze this just for a bit, for example, this cop car right here, look at this. It barely gets shot, and it just spins out of control. Then this happens again. Also, the fact that, this is clearly scripted. Also, a thing to point out, one battle roll would kind of be good, but every card is just spinning out of control and battle rolling. First of all, they're not going that fast for that to happen. It's on a smooth surface. Well, except this one, I guess. There was at least a bump here that it hit. But in general, all of these cards that are spinning out and doing battle rolls are going slow. They have a low center of gravity, which makes spinning out even harder. Effectively, they're just showing you that these things can happen, but this is an overkill. So I honestly, personally, am doubting that. I think this is all. I think this segment of the video is fully scripted. In fact, there are a lot of segments of the 30 minutes of stuff that we saw that I think are fully fake. There is a lot of it that just looks sus. And how the graphics change from sequence to sequence, and you can literally see a visible just downgrade at some points, is kind of really strange. I think they have faked a lot of the gameplay for this announcement. I think they have faked a lot of it. But anyway, let's keep on watching this. It does kind of look impressive and for first viewing if you think about it a little bit. But yeah, this is clearly as fake as it gets. And I mean, there are also other things that you can notice. For example, my favorite is this card right here. It's going like this. Then you can literally see if you pay attention. There's a lot of small things that show that this is scripted or put together or fake entirely, just from the way it works. This card. Note, you can see this card speeding up. And almost like it's getting replaced with a different object the moment he pops the tire. Watch. Yeah, you see that? The moment the tire gets popped, there's almost like a frame or two missing, and it just starts speeding up to go out of control. Which is, obvious. Again, it's obviously fake. So people are losing their minds about this a lot. There are other things. This is just the drive.
We're some deep fucking shit.
I get that too. Who is this guy?
This also seems very scripted.
Brian's old cellmate.
I know as much as you.
Because this is a very strange amount of cars being on the road and kind of almost like exactly being where you want. And by the way, this is not a secret. Every game that has car driving and, pedestrian traffic and whatnot, or traffic in general, they always fake where the cars are. So this is also probably fully fake or scripted.
I said he was like former Dominican intelligence or something.
Damn.
What?
Just kind of wish we weren't running late.
Really?
Yeah, and again, this is just a video talking about the graphical fidelity. The next one in 4-ish hours is gonna drop, and that's gonna be about the dialogue. The dialogue is where it gets really spicy because, yeah, even here you can just tell that Jason is like a wet towel, and this whole story is pretty much just about Lucille at this point.
What? I didn't know all this. Relationships are about communication, Jay.
Sure, I'm sorry.
Where you at, my city girl?
Yeah, you can see a lot of strange stuff here. Lucille fighting multiple men at the same time is a classic, I guess. There's a lot of stuff right here. People are also losing their mind about destructive environments, and again, this is fake. This is 100% fake. In fact, everything that happened in this building at the start, I think is scripted. I think it's 100% scripted. Like, nothing seems real here. The angles, how they move, nothing honestly seems real to me. It's kind of wild. Now, granted, it's not going to be that far from the real game, but it's clear that stuff's happening here. It does. This looks like a one-off animation set piece, not physics. Yes, this is not going to be physics, obviously. You're not going to have people, just... This, by the way, doesn't seem like a drywall. This looks like a rock wall, so I don't know. Sus, why would Miami have a wall made out of stone? Don't know. But whatever. it's really sus. A lot of things that we saw were definitely just fake set pieces. But we also have some things that are definitely confirmed. For example, shotgun to the face and his head didn't blow it off. Looks like toned down gore in GTA 6. Yes. In general, people are currently talking about GTA 6 after seeing this, that it's like kind of a Reddit version of the game, which definitely seems true. A lot of things are toned down. Watch this. Yeah, gets hit in the face, nothing happens. It's very much toned down. The gore, the everything, it's made so 11-year-old Billy can play it and buy shark cards. Then we have stuff like this, which is not the biggest issue per se, but the way that it's the way how sloppily it's done is actually an issue in my mind. Look, so you pick which drink to take. And notice, see? And magically a beer appears. I have no problem with a magically beer appearing, okay? I don't want you actually rummaging around in the fridge and whatnot for it to appear. But man, old games had this thing where they move the hand at least according to what you wanted to grab. But here you can literally just see a beer appearing where there's a bunch of cokes. I mean, that's just kind of sloppy. And a lot of the things about this definitely seem a lot sloppy, which kind of seems like to be a big issue. Then there's also this, which is 100% fake. Like, you can argue, for example, about this car chase right here all you want, but for example, this is 100% fake. Watch. You can see, look. He stops, he rims the tires, and then he suddenly, you can literally see the moment where the car just decides to now go in speed, like almost an object change. Yeah, this is the way that this works is completely fake. Also, by the way, the fact of the matter here is supposed to be that it's supposed to be more real. But this is more arcadey driving than actual real life physics. So, what the hell is Rockstar doing with the car handling? Should be more realistic when we get stuff like this. I don't know. Now, granted, I don't care about the realistic stuff that much, so I'm personally at least fine. But you know, it begs questions. If they wanted to go for realism with car handling, which they said they did, how the fuck do we get in a situation where this is how it looks? It really is strange. And we have the coup de grace. This thing almost has 10 million views, and it's a very simple 2-second clip of Jason doing the most awkward Indian edited flip I have ever seen in my entire life. And the water physics are just like, this is better than the GTA 5. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, it's not a lot better. I mean, AI can literally do a more impressive job with the water physics than Rockstar. That's kind of scary, honestly. And this is straight up from the game. Yeah, and people are questioning this. This is like horrible. This is horrible quality. Then we have Lucille beating men like there's no, like, she's really good at beating men, okay? Don't worry about it. She's a woman. And then we have this, which is also something, you know, that, I mean, you genuinely the most insane visual fidelity. How the fuck is GTA 6 real, man? Well, I mean, you only can have an opinion like this if the only other game you have ever played is NBA or, you know, college football or whatever the fuck it's called. Or you're a, you know, iShow Speed subscriber. It's not bad. But this is not exactly like the graphical fidelity of the future. Again, it's not as bad as we could have expected. It's definitely more GTA 5.6, not 5.5. But again, we're not even close to next generation anything here. And despite all of this, there are still people who are leave my billion-dollar company alone, which is funny. I just decided to include this for a good send-off because this is from Dark Viper EU, who's saying all the hate against GTA 6 is fabricated. I mean, I literally took you clip by clip, by the way, and explained why I don't think a lot of these things are as great as some people claim. But I mean, I guess those opinions don't count. And by the way, the funny part is the fact that this is the guy who Rockstar doxed his entire Discord server, and he's still defending them. Absolute cinema. I have to say, absolute cinema. Pathetic. Remember, all the Rockstar. Dude, it's fine liking GTA 6. I'm gonna probably enjoy it to a decent degree. Who knows? Again, the story elements are those are the ones that actually like scare me. And that's the next video. Again, that's gonna be in 4 hours from now when this video was published. So this was just about the graphics, but man, the discussion about the actual writing, now that's the fucking real one, boys, okay? That is the real one. In any case, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, takes less than a second. Do it for generic Vice City Club Girl, because she's definitely worth it, okay? Anyway, like the video right now, and have a nice day. Bye!